Hello and welcome back to Rock Solid Knowledge. Today's video is on the formation of the spectacular Grand Canyon. If you are new here and would like to learn more about the planet, then subscribe and hit that notification bell. The Grand Canyon is exactly what it sounds like, a massive canyon. It is a spectacular example of the forces of erosion and is one of the best examples of just how powerful rivers are. The canyon is 277 miles long and up to 18 miles wide, and attains a depth of over a mile. It is a unique location and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Grand Canyon is located in Arizona, United States, about a 4-hour drive from Las Vegas. The canyon itself is part of the Grand Canyon National Park. The park encompasses 278 miles of the Colorado River and the adjacent uplands. The park is also located on the homelands of 11 present-day tribal communities. For thousands of years, the area has been continuously inhabited by Native Americans. It is considered a holy site by some, who still make pilgrimages to the area. The first European to discover the canyon was a Spaniard by the name of Garcia Lopez de Cardenas in 1540. Nearly 2 billion years of Earth's geological history have been exposed as the river channels cut deep into the uplifted Colorado Plateau. The Grand Canyon tells one of the greatest geological stories visible at the surface. The beginning is at the bottom of the canyon, and time moves closer to the present day the closer you get to the rim. The study of rock layers is called stratigraphy, and can help reveal information about the conditions on the planet at the time the layer was deposited. With the Grand Canyon, there are clear layers of different rocks that provide information to geologists about when, where and how they were deposited. A main principle for geologists is the law of superposition, which states sediment is deposited from oldest at the bottom to youngest at the top, which makes sense when you think about it. This law is used to determine relative age of rocks in a sequence. There are three main groups of rocks in the canyon: metamorphic basement rocks, Precambrian Grand Canyon supergroup, and the Paleozoic strata. So let's break these groups down. The oldest rocks found at the bottom of the canyon are mostly metamorphic with igneous intrusions, in this case granite. These rocks are primarily schist with crystals that are about 1.7 billion years old from the Proterozoic. Schists are medium-grained, strongly foliated metamorphic rocks. This rock set tells the story of the creation of North America when volcanic islands collided with the continental landmass, forming metamorphic rocks through intense heat and pressure. Volcanism continued after the collision and igneous intrusions continued after metamorphosis. The middle rock set is called the Grand Canyon supergroup. It is primarily formed of sandstone and mudstone with some areas of igneous rock. These rocks were deposited from the late Proterozoic. Due to these rocks forming before the explosion of complex life, they do not contain many fossils. The fascies identified within these rocks point towards deposition in a shallow sea. The contact with the basement rocks forms the Great Nonconformity. A nonconformity is a gap in a rock record where time is missing. This often shows when systems have been in times of erosion rather than deposition. With this one found in the Grand Canyon, approximately 500 million years of Earth's history is missing. The upper boundary of these rocks forms the Great Angular Unconformity. The rocks in the supergroup have been tilted by tectonic forces, and the top of this group was then eroded away, forming the unconformity. This contact leaves a time span up to 750 million years missing from the rock record. These layers are sedimentary and primarily sandstone. This layer is much younger than the Grand Canyon supergroup and can contain lots of fossils including brachiopods, corals and crinoids. The evidence provided by the rocks suggests this region was a warm, shallow sea when deposition occurred. In some areas of the Grand Canyon, the Paleozoic rocks overlie the basement rocks. This can leave a time span missing of up to 1.2 billion years. which is about 30% of Earth's history. The most key feature of the Grand Canyon is the actual canyon. The sheer size of the canyon is remarkable and allows geologists to examine the exposed rock. The canyon itself started forming approximately 5 million years ago. The rocks in the area were uplifted by tectonic forces, allowing water to flow downwards. The canyon is formed by a process called downcutting. Over millions of years of flow by the Colorado River and various tributaries, the canyon was cut through the rock. The canyon has continuously been changing and growing since then. There is much more research being done into the Grand Canyon and various hypotheses being tested regarding the formation of the canyon, so watch this space. Have you been to the Grand Canyon? Leave a comment below on your favourite thing about the canyon.